If you clicked on this video, it means you're either one of three things. You're either a beginner in the OFM space and you're still trying to figure out what's the best ways to actually bring traffic to your model so then you can get paid. Or you're an established agency owner, but you have been using traffic methods like Reddit and all types of maybe even trying dating apps. Or you might be just a complete new beginner. You don't even know what I'm talking about here, but you are actually going to learn how to make any girl famous on Instagram with my 3 simple step plan. And at the end, I'm actually going to show you how to automate it. I'm Eric and I do all the content directing here at Elegance. And I have a pretty vast track record of bringing girls tens to hundreds of millions of views a week, which then end up being hundreds of thousands of dollars into the model's pockets. And obviously, us managers, we keep a good portion of that as well. Now, the biggest misconception that people are gonna tell you is that, oh, I have this system or I have these reels that work for every model. That's not a thing. That doesn't work like that. What might work for Mary might not work for Jessica. And that is true. Nobody knows exactly how to blow up any girl. That's not an exact thing. But what you can do is have a system in place to where you can find what actually works for the certain models and what's gonna bring her those views that you're trying to bring her. And that's what I'm gonna teach you. So I'm gonna show you how to test content for your model so you can actually find out what works for her, and then also how to actually optimize it and keep making sure that viral content still is getting posted. And then after that, I'll also teach you how you can also make sure that the model actually stays going viral. And it's not like all those girls that you see, they pop up for like 2 months and they're everywhere and then somehow just disappear like every other trend in the world. And then after that, I'm just gonna show you how to automate it in just a couple simple clicks. Come on, let's go to the whiteboard. First things first, the most important thing that you need to know is you do not have to be the Picasso of OF content or the Picasso of OF girl Instagram content. You do not have to reinvent the wheel to have your girl going viral and people absolutely obsessed with her so she makes a lot of money. You don't. You just need to have a good system with a good structure that helps you find out exactly what works for that certain model, how to actually amplify it to make sure that the content consistently keeps going viral, and then making sure that you always keep testing and repeating and bringing new variables to the table. So let's get started. First things first, you have to actually test and figure out what works for the model in the first place. You can do that either by literally copying another model's account, either having different styles, variations, or however you want to do it. But look at your model, see what she can do. Maybe she has a good personality, you might try talking. If she has a really good body, you might do more videos wherever she's showing off. Doesn't matter. You have to find out what really works for your model and what seems to keep getting her more views than anything else. So this is a simple testing procedure that you can use to start narrowing down patterns, but also styles and variables of clips that actually are working for your model. For example, let's say you take time and then you figure out 4 different types of videos or styles or maybe creators that your model can actually copy, and then you're like, okay, these are the 4 that I think will suit my model best. Very good, fucking amazing. Now you actually have to test it. Week 1, you're gonna pick 2 styles. You're gonna pick style A and then pick style B. Then in week 2, you're gonna post style C and then style D. Now for week 3 and week 4, what you're gonna do is you're gonna mix them a little bit, because obviously as week 1 passes, maybe her followers start growing, she already gets more engagement, so you don't want to have any false tests. For example, by week 2, maybe whenever you start posting the D variables, maybe leave that for the second half of the week. Maybe by that point, she was already gonna get more engagement regardless. So you don't want any false negatives. You're looking for outliers, things that seem to have a different boost, things that get more engagement. What's getting the people interested and actually viewing? Another thing that you want to do as you're doing this testing, which is very important, is analytics. So you want to be on these analytics like you're Brian Dawkins or Hawkins, whatever the fuck his name is. So what you want to look for is scroll rate. The way that you get rewarded for content mainly is if people actually watch what you fucking post. The videos with the least percentage of a scroll rate or a click-through rate, whatever you want to call it, that's mainly some of your best videos. Because whenever somebody watches a full video, Instagram, guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna show it to other people. If people watch the first 2 seconds and swipe up immediately, two things. It means your hook's shit, but it means your video's shit overall. So you want to make sure that people watch it throughout. But I'm gonna go exactly in detailed video explanation in a little bit. So you wanna look for the scroll rate, look for engagement rate, and then views overall. As you do the testing, this is what you want to see. You want to see the content that is not getting skipped, the videos that are actually getting engagement, because what? You want the subscribers to actually engage with the model and want to really talk to her even outside of the Instagram platform. So that's why that's important in the first place. Not let alone that it also boosts the video. And then you want views overall. Whenever you see outliers here, it means you did something good and it's worth noting it down and looking at details. Looking at, okay, what did I do in this video that my scroll rate was so low? Everybody wanted to watch this video. And even if the views are low, but the scroll rate is also low, that means maybe there's just a small addition that you have to do to bring the views overall up. Because it kept them engaged, but maybe it just didn't make them engage enough with the actual content. So then the views were lower than expected. Now, keep this in mind. Once you take notes, all this shit as you do the testing. We're gonna label the winners as check and X. X is not winner, check is winner. So let's say the winner overall from week 1 was obviously B. B had better views, lower scroll rate, and better engagement rate overall. Then A was less. Now for week 2, maybe C was the winner between C and D. So then, guess what you do? In week 3, you bring the winner of week 1, so B, with the loser of week 2, which is D. And then for week 4, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get the winner of week 2 and then the loser of week 1. So in that way, you actually test all 4 different variables that you wanted to test initially, and then you test them in different variations, formations, and at different times to make sure whenever you actually look for all of this, you're actually getting the right fucking conclusions. Obviously from there you don't have to be a fucking genius. If you find, let's say 2 of them, if B and D end up being your clear winners overall, use those. If none of them end up showing absolutely anything, then brother, you're gonna have to test some different fucking variables or make your model do better content. Use your brain. I'm not gonna teach you the little kid shit that you already know or should know. Now the second step is actually understanding what makes a video go viral. That is very important. If you want to make viral videos, but you don't even know what the fuck makes a viral video, how are you going to do it in the first place? You're going to get lucky, but you're never going to be able to do it again. There's 4 rules, and they're simple. Number 1, obviously everybody knows this. I shouldn't have to explain it to you, is the hook. Now, the hook, sometimes people have a bad misinterpretation of what the hook is supposed to do. A lot of people think that the hook is supposed to be something that just catches attention, but that's not it. The hook, if you want an actual viral hook, you don't need to just capture attention. You need to actually make the person can't wait to see what's gonna happen in the rest of the video from that first 1 to 2 seconds in the beginning. For example, you know how some of those TV shows, they show you like a little part of something exciting happening and then the actual trailer of the TV show starts before you can skip it? That's the same thing. You see that, you're like, oh my god, I can't wait, what's about to happen, right? For short form, it has to be simple, it has to be quick, and it has to be intelligent based on the content. For example, let's say a framework that I've used before and has gotten us hundreds of millions of views over and over again is Let Me See 'Em. It's so simple. The first clip is a quick movement, which yes, attracts attention, but that first sentence, let me see 'em, gets the viewer to think, oh my god, obviously he's talking about the tatas. I gotta see the whole video until I see the tatas. Very simple example, but that's when you want the hook to keep the viewer interested until end. No matter how you do it. Some people, they might see the hook, you might just have something interesting or out of the ordinary. Yes, it might hook them, but there's still a high chance of a drop off if it's not an in-depth hook that actually gets the viewer to be like, what the fuck is about to happen? We're talking about Instagram here. And yes, it's simple, it's just short form, but we have to learn from the big dogs. Big dogs that made movies, big dogs that made TV shows. What did they do? They make the viewer not wanting to get off of the fucking couch until they finish the full show. It's always interesting. It keeps bringing to it. You're like, oh my god, it's about to happen, it's about to happen, it's about to happen. Now with short form, it just happens a lot fucking faster, just like most of you guys. Number 2 is keeping every second interesting. Like we talked about before, whenever the scroll through rate is high, your views are never gonna skyrocket. Any second, millisecond, or whatever the fuck, that nothing's happening in the video or it's very, very bland, that's a chance for the viewer, potential subscriber that would spend $10,000 on your model to swipe and not give a fuck. Whenever you match these two together, you have what we call a dream team. Because if you hit those right, then the person is going to watch the full fucking video. Unless, I don't know, their house blew up, 9 out of 10 times they're going to watch the full video if you did those two things right. Now, keeping every second interesting is simple but hard. You have to think about, okay, how do I keep the suspense, the suspense that the hook built, or the interesting point that the hook built, without showing it fast because it's short form? Now, whether it's a fucking camera angle change, a little movement, a standing up, sitting down, any type of speech, anything, you just have to make sure there's always an action happening on the video. Because human brains that are just doom scrolling, that are going through reels, they're gonna see movement and things happening, and their brain is gonna stay locked in the video. Whenever nothing's happening, then their brain snaps out of it and they're like, okay, scroll. We need to keep every second interesting. The third thing is the reward. The reward is pretty simple, especially with an OF girl. With an OF girl, it's the easiest fucking thing to have a reward. Every person's brain, at the end of them watching any video or any little thing on social media, when the video ends, their brain does in like a split millisecond, because we're advanced, we're humans, in a millisecond, you do a recap of what they watched in the video. So their brain does a recap of what they watched in the video. During this recap, the brain thinks, what did I learn? What did I see? Did I like it? Did I learn something? Did it make me happy? Did it make me sad? Did it make me this? Whatever. You want to reward them with a big old smile or laughter. In the sense of what? I mean, maybe you're trying to run a sob story, I don't know, and then I guess you want them to be sad. 9 out of 10 times though, you want them happy that they watched the video. For example, the example that I was using before, the let me see them. Okay, let me see them. Obviously, he's interested in seeing them. That's why he got hooked. And every second is still interesting because it's building up to that moment, even if it's a 6-second clip, but then in the end, he gets to see them. So that's what pushes the person, because their brain did that millisecond, that split millisecond of thinking is like, oh, this was good. Oh, and the tits look good. So then he likes, comments, shares. People move based on emotions, and your videos have to amplify his emotions. We're about to get to the most important part of viral content, and it's quite possibly the simplest. Idea. The most important, and it's the simplest. Literally, the idea is that simple. The idea of the video, the overall idea, it's what actually makes the video go viral. If you're just copying trends that everybody does all day, you're not going to really get that viral content. But what you can always do is you can amplify the idea. Like I said, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can literally just doom scroll on your own through a lot of other girls' pages and literally take this checklist, take this whole checklist and look at the video. Let's say you scroll and then you find a video, this is a good video. And then you start checking. Hey, is the hook good or could it be better? Is every second interesting or they're missing something? is there a reward there? Or does the video just end plain fucking boring? And also, the idea is pretty good. It's the funny video. How can I amplify this with my creator? The idea is about tits. I saw it. It's the let me see them idea. But my creator has a big butt. What if I change the idea? I amplify it to also be butt related. That's how you amplify. You change the idea to keep structured content going viral. And that way, you can even piggyback off trends, but yours blows up because you throw in the curveball. It's different. It's something new. Let me ask you a question. Why is a trend called a trend? Because it comes, it explodes, and it gets born because everybody's seen it. If you can take the idea and you can continuously amplify, change the idea, but with the framework of what obviously works because that video went viral, and you can keep amplifying and adding things to it, no matter how stupid they are, if you keep improving the idea, then you will keep having the video go viral, or the main style of the video go viral. You just need to focus on this. Those are the main 4 things that make up a viral piece of content. Now, what I'm gonna teach you is how whenever you start finding viral pieces of content and your model starts getting views, how to not let her have that big drop off that people always fucking experience. All right, now for step 3, I'm gonna tell you exactly how you stay going viral rather than having a fat drop off and then your model cussing you out because she just bought a new home and then she doesn't have money to pay for that home anymore because you fucked her accounts. This, you know what this is? This is that viral piece of content that obviously did well above the other pieces of content. Maybe got 10x, 20x usual results. So it's potential viral content. The page is at 3K or whatever, 3K followers. 3K followers, 100K video, is potentially a viral video. So what do? Whenever you got a video that did really well? Very tricky. Did you guess? You redo it. You just fucking redo it. And then guess what you do after that? You redo it again. Because there's an old saying that one little Chinese traveler said a long time ago. If it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. So, what do? You redo it. And then, one time when you redo it, it doesn't get really good traction. It's going downwards. And you're like, holy fuck, I'm fucked. But no, you know what? You know why? Because you can do one more thing, which is redo it again. Now, if that one as well keeps going fucking down, then yes, you would be fucked. But what you do whenever this shit gets tired out, come over here, and then you do something called variables. Variables are simple. What you do is you use the shit out of this video. It blew up and you redid it with that model 20 times. So you know the ins and outs of it. So you sit back, you look at that video and you're like, how the fuck can I make this better? So then you go back to this YouTube video, you rewind a little bit, like I think it should be like 40 seconds. And then you remember that big structure of hook, every second interesting, reward, and idea. And you're like, okay, what the fuck can I amplify to the video I made to make it a nice shiny gold star again? Then you start. Maybe I can change the overall idea but keep the same structure. Maybe I can revamp the hook and then people will get stuck either way. Maybe I change the text so it changes overall the idea but it's the same video idea. And that's how you start making a fuck ton of variables on this. So then you keep going up. Because what you have here, it's a winning structure that you just overuse. But when you had variables and change ideas, sometimes you can even change it from you made it inside, then you just make the video outside and it starts blowing the fuck up again. So you're gonna make a lot of fucking variables and you're gonna test them because you know this structure is good, this works. This got the check mark. Now you just have to keep adding to it, improving it, or deleting stuff, changing stuff, to make sure that that structure is still interesting enough because you change the idea a little bit or one of the structures to make sure it's still going viral. obviously, you can't post the same fucking video in one account for 10 months straight. That's why, as you start finding winners and viral videos, guess what you do? At the same time, you test. And you test on a 70-30 split. And this, I'm not going to tell you how to do it because you can do it any way. Obviously, at the beginning, everything is going to be a fucking 0 to 100 split because you have to test to figure out what you got. But let's say you have 5 videos that do really good for your model and you already have some variations for some, but basically the main idea structure is there. If you want to, you keep reusing and recycling those on the main Reels feed, and then on trial Reels, you just keep testing new things that's starting to pick up for your model. Like I said in the beginning, if it blows up for Sophie Rain, doesn't mean it's gonna blow up for your model. Maybe your model has great badonkadongs, and you have another model with great badonkadongs, and you try the same system on her, maybe it just doesn't work. You can't know exactly what works for the model until you test enough and you try enough. But since you are doing everything I fucking told you, and you are running a 70-30 split, you're putting out content that keeps going viral, so Instagram just pushes you out more and more and more and more, and at the same time, you're either testing, you can still test it on the main Reels feed, or you can just test it through trial Reels. So then when something picks up, let's say this is the test. This is regular, video. They are viral patterns that work for you, so it's good. And then test, which are trial Reels. Boom, 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 boom. You see, whoa, this one blew up. Let's move it the fuck here. Another one into addition. And that's how you have a constant pipeline of putting out winning content, but also you're able to test a lot of variables at the same time. And it's really fucking important, because if you think, oh, this video blew up and you keep redoing that for the rest of your fucking life, I promise you, there's gonna be a time, which is usually not that long, like maybe like a month, 2 months, and that video just fucking shuts itself off. But that's why we do testing. And that's literally all you have to do to actually go viral on Instagram and actually get your model viral. You need to test, you need to understand what to look for in content, and then actually make sure you amplify and perfect it and do the fuck out of it to where it slows down. Then you do variations as this whole time you're testing shit in the back end, because there's always some new videos that could go viral for your model. Now, I'm gonna show you how to automate this shit, because that was a lot. All right, so now I'm gonna show you exactly how you can automate all that fucking shit that I did over there and have it run on autopilot, while what you do is you make sure you keep up with your models and bring new models that bring a fuck ton of money. So then you're gonna type this in. Obviously I'm in the incognito tab because I'm already logged in to mine, but you're gonna go to elegancyos.com, and I don't know who made this shit, but they have, a dick must be big. So you're gonna go here, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna apply for access. You're gonna put your information, bam, 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 all cute and everything. And then boom, boom, whatever. And then you're going to start inputting all your information. You're going to input everything. And then you're going to get to CR read. And then right here, you're going to request access, which what it's going to do is going to send you an email for you to actually book a call. Now, to be honest with you, this is only for people that already have models. If you don't have any models yet, or you're super starting out, you're going to go here and you're going to put haven't even started. And then guess what it's going to do? It's going to take you to my school. Don't worry, it's not fucking 20K like other people's. It's literally just all of our fucking systems that you need to fucking start and actually get models and do something with your life. And then what you're going to do after that is you're going to reach back out to me. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, Eric, I finally got models. They're already making money because you're a fucking G and the systems you taught me are fucking amazing. Then you're going to come here. And then you're going to be on the Elegancy OS. Now, again, I don't know who built this, but they're pretty fucking cool. Here you can pretty much see everything that you need. These all your models, all of their contents, everything, all of their accounts. If any of them got banned, if there's any issue, look over here. We had a lot of problem with some TikToks, but it's fine. Then here On the model manager, you're going to be able to actually keep up with your models. Right now it's Monday, so it just started. But this bar usually fills up actually as they post, because this fully tracks all of their accounts. And if they post, if they didn't, if any accounts got banned, if any accounts are lower than they're supposed to be, etc., etc., etc. Obviously, like I said, everything you need. You can check all of the links. If you need anything, you can see the exact growth. How's everything going? Comments, shares, link clicks, everything that a true OnlyFans management operator will fucking ever need. Now, the real thing here is the content director. Now, obviously, we're talking about Instagram, but we also have a TikTok content director here, which has the same system installed that we used to get Joss from actually stuck at 1 to 2K a month to $250,000 a month in just what was it, like 4 months? Yeah, this also tracks everything. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It just makes a fuck ton of money, and it automates everything that you would fucking need, and exactly what to send to the model for her to do. Now, we were talking about Instagram, so let's go to Instagram. This is the dashboard. You can see everything here. If you need anything more specific from your models, which contents have been going good, if any accounts got banned, if there's any issues, links, etc. All the content that's been going good. Then you're going to go here. Here, what you're going to see is you have 3 options. You can build completely new scripts, you can do reference variations, or you can just build out a flat out full content plan. Here you have a couple information about them, and then any winning patterns that this model has been having. Annoying and skits, annoyed in car, all types of different details for the patterns that have been building up for her. Look, obviously for her, bikini bottoms and bikini tops have been blowing up for her. Every reel that she's in a bikini, it's for some reason goes viral. So it caught on to this. Completely full done by the AI. Because the way that we set it up is we have a very powerful system that my dev team prepared that actually tracks every single little detail of every pixel until it understands the video fully. For example, the video got that 6.6 million views. It has produced a full script understanding exactly what's happening. Look, the intent. It understands exactly why it made this go viral, why it's working, exactly the movement in audio, the interpretation, the visual data, and everything else you would ever fucking need. But obviously, I built it, so y'all know that shit's good as fuck. And then you can do, like I said, 3 things. You can do complete new scripts. If you want to, you can actually select any of her viral patterns that have worked for the model. Daytime, deadpan, whatever, disappointed, shorts, whatever the system actually sees as it keeps popping up on the viral videos. And also, if you want to, you can do details. You can be like, make the clips outside at the beach. Oh, I didn't mean clips, I meant scripts. How many scripts? What's the duration? And then it's going to take the viral patterns is what it knows about this model, and it's going to put out scripts that match what's obviously been working great for her and make completely new viral ideas. Remember that thing that I said about ideas, how they're the most important? This is what this focuses on fully. We're not going to wait for all of these to generate. We're going to go here. Reference variations, very simple. You can let AI pick based on what it's seen out of the account analytics, what needs to be redone, what shouldn't be redone, etc., etc. But if you want to do it manually, you can also pick. I would say just let my AI do it because it's better than you. But let's say we pick this one, this one, this one, this one, because I know these ones. You can also watch it. Obviously, it takes you straight there, whatever. And then you're going to put how many variations do you want for each? Say 3 variations for each one, all at 8 seconds. And like you see, it understands exactly what it is. Now, you can tweak it a little bit if you want to put something yourself that you already know you want to include it. For example, I could say something be like, there's 2 girls there, but I will only have just for these clips. So make them for one. Whatever, bam. And then, yeah, it actually doesn't take that long, by the way. It takes around like, whenever you do this many, because what is this? 9, 12. It takes around like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Again, I'm not going to make y'all wait right here. See if the new scripts are done. Yes, the new scripts are done. See, and you can go through them. You can let it know this script will be used, so it remembers to check for this specific script whenever you film it. You can, what would you change? You can just change, hey, this is a little cringy, and then boom, it starts rewriting. You get the idea. Now, the simplest thing to do is just go here and say, okay, I want 3 posts a day for this week for my model. You go videos for this week, 21 across 7 days because it's a week. And then you can pick here, how many of them do you want new scripts? How many of them do you want reference variations? And how many of them do you want to actually be winner replications? And then here you have the exact same settings that you've had before. And winner replication is just pretty much, if it ain't broke, don't use it. I suggest you just keep letting AI pick all the time for this, because it knows based on details what has a chance to keep blowing up. For example, you see here, never remade, never remade, never remade. And then boom, it starts generating a full plan for your model that is ready to be exported and sent to the model. That's how you automate your whole system. And you can also put it on your own settings, by the way. So you can be like, okay, blow up reach. When does it actually detect that as it blows up? When do you detect the rising ones? When do you detect if it's just steady? It has a 0.5 or 1x the views, or like 2x the views. And then the banger multiple is whenever it absolutely blows up within 48 hours. Pretty much everything that I have been doing and I explained to you, all completely automated for your model. And also we have a nice little brain over here that you can talk to, and you can ask it, hey, check on all my models. Let me know exactly what each of them should do more of. Look at all the accounts, all the analytics, all the link clicks. Let me know exactly if there's any slippage anywhere, and it will tell you exactly what the fuck you need to keep doing, doing forward. And it will also, if you say something stupid to it, it will say, shut up. You need to be doing this. I know it better. And then, yes, this is exactly how you can automate the full process that I was talking about earlier. If y'all need anything else, everything will be in the link in the bio. So just go over there. If you need to DM me on Instagram, go ahead, DM me. Or if you want to join our Telegram group chat, wherever we have everything in more detail over there, you can also go there, get some more information about this and the whole system and how it works.